You are listening to High Minds, the podcast where we elevate the conversation on culture, sports, politics, and entertainment. Stay tuned for a higher perspective at the intersection of everything.
Whew.
What's up, good sir?
Yeah. How you doing?
I have to sneeze. It's about to go away. I'm fine. How are you? I'm well.
Good. I'm great.
How art thou? You fucking hippie. How was that? How was that concert?
Good.
How was the 60th anniversary, right? Of
60th anniversary of the Grateful Dead. So there was a 3-day show in San Francisco at Golden Gate Park on the Polo Fields.
Yeah.
It was about, so at the venue there was 60,000, and then outside of the venue there was probably at least 60, just spread out all around the park. And
that's
town.
Wild.
Oh, it was wild. It was it was crazy. It was exhausting. It was exhausting, but it was so fun.
So how long do they play? Oh, sorry, every night.
So like for this show, usually it's like just them, and they put like, so right now it's Dead and Company, which is John Mayer, Bob Weir, Mickey R. There's 2 original Grateful Dead guys there, and then a couple have been with them forever, for years and years and years, and then John kind of joined later. And it's like a cover band, but with original members that do, it's like there's so the Dead. So let me start with this: the Dead, Grateful Dead. It's like a community of like, there's so many different bands. Like there's hundreds of bands that do pretty much Grateful Dead songs. They'll write some of the original stuff, but a lot of their stuff is like, like tribute bands, kind of tribute, but like, it's just like
the Dead and Company is like kind of the main gig in town. They're the ones who mainly carry on.
Yeah.
So how long do they play every night though? They play forever, right?
They'll play, a show will last about 3.5 hours.
That's insane.
3 to 3.5. And they'll play for about an hour and a half first set, take about a 17-minute break or 27-minute break. And
however long for the drugs to kick back in.
Yeah, that's when you that's when you kick back in with the mushrooms or acid or edibles.
This is your
drug
and then break.
Kick off. So like the first set's usually like, from my experience, is the first set's more dancing, more upbeat, more kind of, not to say every song in the second set's not like that, but the second set has,
and these are like white folks, so it's dancing in quotation marks, right? Like
it's not. Yeah,
it's a lot of gyrating.
It's just you only have so much room in these little areas, like where
it's like Charlie Brown when they're doing that.
You just groove. You're just grooving. You're grooving to the music. It's the lights, it's the sounds, it's the music, it's the people moving around you. It's a whole thing. And then they're like, but the second half's more. Yeah, so the second half's more relaxed. They have a thing called drums and space, and so it's more of a feel vibe and stuff. But it's a whole kind of like crazy community of different things. So like this show was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they had an opener this time that played 75 minutes, and the first night was Billy Strings, which this guy he's bluegrass, like kind of but this guy could just play. It's like that's why his name's Billy Strings. His parent or family, whatever gave it to him, but he's pretty fucking good. It's crazy. And then they play for about 75 minutes, and then Dead Company comes on for a little over 3.5. So it started the show. We got there like I think the show started at 4:30 and it ended at 10. So
it's a long time.
So it's long days, and those 3 days in a row. And then, which I didn't, but there's after shows that go for another 3-4 hours till like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning sometimes.
For a band to be that old, right? That they have that much longevity and to still pull that many people is pretty impressive. Whether you like the music or not, whether you're a Deadhead or not, like you have to give respect to a band that like 60 years later can have 100,000 people show up to a show for 3 days straight. That's impressive. Like you can't say that. That there's something there, obviously.
Well, I mean, when they do their residency at the Sphere, like Vegas, like there's a part of Vegas that kind of turns hippie. You'll go around to store like places, like there'll be little areas because it's a huge influx of hippies coming to town for about a 4-day period. So like Vegas becomes kind of like a, not enough. I mean, there's only probably, a Sphere show's only about 17,000. They do a 3-day run. So, I mean, you might get 100,000 hippies come rolling through, but still they make their mark.
Well, if any band can do that 60 years later, that's saying something.
Yeah, and that's kind of how the music is. It's like music will never die. It's gonna go live on. The music will always play. So after this, the music's gonna go on. They're gonna continue to play the same songs, do the same shows. That's kind of what people were saying at the show because they had Billy Strings open up one night, and then Sturgill Simpson the next night, and then Trey from Fish, the lead singer Fish, on the third night opened. And then they came on in the second. They came on during the Dead, and they kind of like John and Bob kind of let them kind of have the stage. It was almost kind of like it was like a tryout. Bob Weir is getting old. He's like 79 years old.
Damn.
And he's up there playing 3 nights,
still play
3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Just blitzed on mushrooms and like still doing it, living.
So the takeaway is do drugs, kids.
Yeah. And he's at 79 years old and doing this. It's like, and people say, oh, he sounds bad. Like, no shit, he's almost 80 years old. Like, give the guy a fucking break, man.
And he can still play though, right?
Yeah,
like he can still play.
He can still play, yeah. It's just he doesn't sound as good as he did 20 years. You know what I mean? He's 79 years old. He's gonna, but you can I think he's looking to kind of finally slow down. And he tours a lot with his own band. He still tours with his own band all year. So this guy is just, he'll never stop. So he'll continue to do his own show stuff, but like the Dead stuff, he'll probably slow down on. He might do like a big show like this, but so that's what they're kind of saying. Like maybe this might have been a trap to see how these guys play with them, if they flow and if they can.
You can't play much longer after 79 just to be. He's a guitarist, right?
Yeah. And it's like, it's wild.
The dexterity has got
to go and play for 3 hours a night, 3 nights in a row at 79 years old is crazy. It's like, damn. And still play at a high level, But it's like even the music, like people say the music, it's like it's not, you don't listen to the music. It's something you just have to go. Like I said, you don't find the Grateful Dead that, the dead find you.
Well, it seems more, I mean, from the outside looking in, from the outside looking in, it's great. And I'm not a Deadhead. I'm not, I respect them, but it's not like my personal thing. But it seems like it's more than the sum of its parts. Like it's about the band, but it's also about the people who follow along. It's also about the experiences. So they'd be less concerned with like studio albums than they are with live performances that you just got to be there to engage in. Yeah. And so and once they have the performance, they can't repeat the performance. That performance was there for that night. So it becomes its own unique thing. And that's, I think, why they have a bit of a cult following, where other bands, as good as they are, might only last 10, 20 years, which is a long time for a band. But 60 years is something else.
And you'll have people like in San Francisco. There's people from all over the world. You're running in from people from Japan. Like flew in from Japan.
Like
now through all this shit going on, still coming to take a chance to fucking see this show. It's crazy. That's like it's
impressive.
Yeah, so this whole weekend, that weekend was awesome because it's the 60th anniversary, and then the first night was Jerry Garcia's birthday. So it was just, and it's, so it was kind of like it was one of those nights, to be, a fan, and then, emotional because they had, a lot of guests. His daughter was there, and a lot of things like that. So it was, it's his birthday. These guys are, his friends literally still singing, still in the band playing. That's why, he wrote very few songs. He only wrote like a couple songs. He was just, the guitarist, missing his finger.
Oh, he's only got wild. He's missing.
Yeah, he's missing.
Finger, huh?
Yeah, he's missing his finger.
It's wild.
I believe it's his middle finger. So he plays with missing a finger, and there is actually a cover band called Jerry's Middle Finger. It's pretty funny. They're really good. I saw him here out in Vegas, but so it's like, it was his birthday, and then the next day was Jerry Day. It's every year in San Francisco. It's Jerry Day.
And in San Francisco, they're in like the Haight-Ashbury neighborhood. That's that's where they roll, right?
Yeah. So the band, they were from Palo Alto, but they all lived right there on Haight.
They were from Palo Alto?
I believe that's where it started. Some of them were out there.
Oh, okay. So down toward the South Bay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they made, Haight-Ashbury was where the Grateful Dead house is. And I've gone by there,
Haight-Ashbury is a cool spot, man.
You have the Jimi Hendrix house is down there where he stayed for a minute. He stayed for a minute right there on Haight. But the house, you can sit there and, go out and smoke a joint from the house and just kind of, people go by and just, kind of just sit in front of the house and smoke a joint for Jerry and then move on. It's pretty funny.
You got to think that's what crazy. He would want. You got to think like if that's your legacy,
that's all he wanted. Music.
You had the coolest legacy ever. Where people would come and make a pilgrimage to your house to smoke a joint. I couldn't ask for anything better.
And then they go on to the show that night, and that's what they wrote the music for. The music will never die. That's music will never die. It'll go on through each generation. It'll pick it up. You had out there this week, and you had Graham Lesh, which is Phil's son, Phil Lesh, who was in the Grateful Dead, who just passed away recently. He was one of the last ones that just passed. And so his son's kind of, taking over, doing things. So you're starting to get these bands and these, like these festivals and stuff that are going on that they're in the same, it's not the same because it'll never be the same, but it's in the same vein. They're doing the same things. They're doing these these shows, these 3-day shows. And I'm hoping they're going to make this out in San Francisco a yearly thing, which would be awesome because it was awesome. It was so fun. The venue was awesome. It was just the people. You have so many crazy people.
Crazy. You got to have that. They got to have the most eclectic group of people out there.
It's weird.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Finish your thought, and then I want to ask you something.
Well, it's weird because it's the people you think as a hippie, what people think, just like, wow, okay, whoa, like, they have dreadlocks, but it's not because it's a fashion thing. It's because they really are just.
Oh, there's definitely some true hippies out there, I'm sure.
Like, you know what I mean? And then you have the lawyers, the doctors, the nurses, the police officers. It's funny. The
ICE agents. Don't tell me.
No, they wouldn't last. They wouldn't last a fucking no. But there are people you wouldn't think, high-ranking military people that are there. And I'll have to tell you a story off air, but
off air apparently.
Off. Yeah, this has to be off the books. But there's so many. That's what I'm saying. There's so many. It's everybody, young, all ages. Doesn't matter the age. And yeah, it's predominantly white, but you'll see everyone. You'll see everything. I was dancing next to a black guy for most of the night. It's not just a crazy white hippie thing. It's majority is this is kind of the thing, but it's everyone, and no one gives us a shit. No one cares. It's like it's just as long as you're not fucking hurting people, they don't care. That's what it is. Yeah. And it's funny to watch the news So the news stations are there, and
like the local news,
yeah, and they're like reporting live from
Mm-hmm.
right in the entrance where we walk into,
yeah,
and they're just talking about because it's such a huge, especially right now, economy boost for the
Mm-hmm.
city, huge because
sure.
Outside Lands is this weekend, so another festival, the same spot, so they're just keeping everything there, and then the country guy, the Zach Bryan, the popular one.
Sure, I don't know.
He's going to be there then following night. So it's like this is a huge money boost for the economy in San Francisco. So we'll see if they keep doing it. But the news people are there, and you see everyone in the background walking by all the hippie people, what you think, and then you see all these people with balloons walking around and.
Oh, but the balloons is not just balloons, though.
Ice cold fatties. So they're walking around with balloons.
Yeah.
So you hear the news lady like going, "Oh, it looks like they're having a lot of fun blowing up balloons." So toss around. Those are balloons full of nitrous that they're selling for $20 a balloon.
People are getting high.
That is what you call an ice cold fatty. But we're right there. Like I was after the show, you get out, you're leaving. Like we were across the street. Hot dog vendors, all the hot dog cart guys are out there. Hot dog, that. Dude. And the cops are all right there. I'm sitting there standing next to a cop on a motorcycle. He's just chilling, on his bike, motorcycle. And there's other cops directing traffic, and it's right there to catch the Lyft and Ubers right up the street. So we were just waiting like 25 minutes for our Lyft.
It should be.
And I'm sitting there. We're sparking a joint and just smoking a joint next to the cop, and he's just chilling, just sitting there, just directing traffic, and the ice cold fatties walking around, and it's like
no one's harming no one.
Yeah, and everything was chill. They're just walking around and making sure no one's getting hurt, making sure no one's doing anything illegal to someone. No one. They're just going on doing their thing. Are you going to get crazy people that are going to go off the hinge and run up and down the street saying, "Oh, someone's trying to kill me, Steven"? Yes, that did happen. That was weird, but you're going to get those things.
You're going to get that everywhere.
Yeah, it's either to be a drunk guy. I'd rather have a high guy than some angry drunk dude screaming and yelling up the street. But that's going to happen. But for the most part,
so let me ask you this:
crazy.
If you could, off the top of your head, since we like to do top fives. Okay. In no particular order, what's the top 5 drug of choice for deadheads? You got to go mushrooms, right?
Yeah. So
weed's obvious.
Weed's 5. Weed's 5 out of the drugs. Like if you're gonna like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like weed is like you have to have. That's just that's like water. Like having water. Like water, weed is the same thing. It's like that's what you go into a festival with. Oh, at this festival they sold weed. They had booths, so you can go in and buy weed. Yeah, like they had booths. Like it was.
So weed doesn't even almost count. So you got to have mushrooms and acid, I would think.
Yeah, so you have weed, mushrooms, acid. Some people do Molly.
Okay.
And then, gosh, the 5th one that's like nitrous, but that's more before the show or after the show.
That's like laughing gas, right? Like that's what they give you at the dentist.
There's I don't know. There's a urban myth or whatever. So supposedly, like nitrous with the drugs you're already on and you're coming off of, when you add that nitrous to it, it just enhances it, makes it go crazy and weird. When I did nitrous, I passed out and I didn't like it. Did it twice to make sure, didn't like it. So I know I'm like, oh, nah.
Confirm the results scientifically.
Yeah. It's like did it once, like bad experience. Like okay, maybe it was my fault. Which it was. Did it twice, better results, but still, nah. But so the 5th one, gosh, the 5th, the popular acid, weed, mushrooms, probably. I mean, I don't know. I guess
it's probably the main ones, right?
Yeah, I mean, no one's really like, I mean, I'm sure obviously there's other drugs, but common, I don't know. I think those are the 4 like most like.
Would you say like 50% of the people there are on some type of drug?
I'd say probably 90.
Oh, 90%.
That of someone's on some kind of drug there. You have that's including alcohol. Alcohol's a drug. Sure. I would probably say 90, and out of that 10% is probably children.
Oh, they got kids there too, huh? It's not not 18 or over.
I don't know. There's none. there's kids. You'll sit there. There'd be kids dancing and having a great time and enjoying the show too. They're a little, they call those tour babies. They just grew up in that scene. Because you'll have people that will go to. They've been to 1,000 shows.
That's wild. How many you been to?
They toured with them. That was my 11th.
That's a lot, though. I've never seen a single band 11 times. I don't think, unless I.
And I'll probably see them another 6 times next year at least. Yeah. Damn. It's one of the people.
You are the epitome. You are a deadhead. Remember we had that one 8th grade teacher who was a deadhead. He drove.
Yeah, that was
the VW, the Beetle, and he got the deadhead stickers, and we watched deadhead shit, and he had the whole nine.
Yeah, so that was my introduction to it. So this was junior high, Mr. Silva.
Mr. Silva.
So every day after class, at the end of class, we had like a 10-minute quiet time. Quiet time at the end of class. Everyone,
that's when the edibles kicked in for him.
You can start like, it was just that quiet time. You could read, you can do, you know what I mean? Just chill, relax. So then he would go over and put on a Grateful Dead album. Yeah. For 10 minutes, just play. That's how I got introduced to the Grateful Dead.
He was just swaying like this.
Yeah. He wore tie-dye to school.
Oh, yeah.
He was, so that was my first introduction to the Dead.
And then he was a cool teacher though. We had he was really creative, like with all of our simulations and the things that we do. Like I learned a lot of
teacher. He was probably one of my favorite teachers. Same. He was really good. All of them. I had him and then Mr. Kirkland and Mr. Light.
Kirkland and Light. That was the 3. Yeah.
And they would play. So Kirkland played like a banjo. Like
he played a mandolin.
And then he'd bust out a banjo.
Oh,
and they'd play. Yeah, when he would him and Silva would play. So they'd actually and then Light. They all kind of played. Mm-hmm. They would every now and then they'd bring all their instruments, but he'd play the little mandolin. He would do that in class, like he'd play in class for that. But then when they played like they did guitars and stuff, I think he played either a bass or bass. Maybe it had a bass.
They were the type of teachers though, dude. They were so fucking out there. They were great though, but they like took risks. They were like, we want to know what slavery is like. They put us all in this hot room and like threw fish on us in a box, and like it was like 130 degrees. And we had to be there all day, and it was not all day really, but it stunk. We were sweating. They were like, "This is what slavery started." As I was like, "God damn, they're ahead of their time."
And definitely they would have
stuck with me though.
They definitely would have sold you weed.
For sure. For sure. Hey, you got a little weed though? You guys put me through a lot today, man.
I got 20. I got 20 bucks. And then they did a simulation of getting locked up in cages outside.
Yes.
Yeah, it was wild. Wild.
This was the Wild West of education.
Yeah, I remember that.
We had to go through Ellis Island, and we were treated like they treated immigrants. It wasn't just like a simulation, like, oh, we're gonna go. No, they treated you like shit. It was like you stood in line all day. It was like raining out. It was like, fuck.
Yeah, it was raining.
It was raining and all day or out in the cold rain. Yeah.
You didn't have your right papers. They'd lock you in a jail cell outside in the rain.
Yes.
It was by the bathrooms.
It's fucked up, but it was
porta
like
potty bathrooms.
It was brilliant teaching, but also like they were taking.
It could never happen today. Oh no, my gosh, it would never.
I don't think so. And I think
you were not.
They did have some parents complaining.
There's no way.
I was
no way you would be able to take 2 classes, 60 kids, and put them in one of those. Ship. Yeah, and the slave ship was they did the Coachella. Remember the Coachella kidnapping? They did that when they kidnapped the bus.
Yes, and they shoved us in the back of like a rental truck.
It was like they shoved us. They shoved us in the the container ships that are on ships.
Yes,
they had one of those.
Yes.
They put us all in that and then slammed the doors and locked them.
Done. That's
the first time. Yes. Oh my gosh! And they put us in this thing, and all the kids are screaming like, "What the hell's going on?" And everyone's yelling like, "This is what it was like when they got kidnapped." And they were in the thing, and like we were in there for like 30 minutes.
It was
you get out, like eyes adjust, and you walked out just blind, like, oh my god,
walking out of a movie theater in the day.
It was wild the things they did. Yeah, it was crazy.
It sounds bad, but it was actually really like they were.
I'll never forget it. I always know Coachella.
That one was a little wild.
Yeah,
that one wasn't necessary. I don't think.
Oh man, I don't know why I had to learn about Coachella like that. I don't know what.
Yeah,
that was
I understand learning about slavery. I understand learning about Ellis Island, all those things. But then, like, it's one particular thing that's shoving us in a fucking
I think they just wanted to shove kids in a shipping container, bastard.
So they can go listen to the Dead and smoke weed.
Yeah, smoke weed. It's been about 45 minutes. That's good enough.
Yeah, let them out. I hope they learn something. Let's have them write an essay.
Yeah. It's wild because I guarantee after, gosh, I wonder if they're still alive. They have to be alive. How old do you think they were when they were teaching?
I've seen Kirkland within the last 5 years around the area. I haven't seen lighter. So Silva could be getting up there. I mean, I've got my 25th graduation coming up, so this would have been 30, 35 years ago.
And they were probably in their 40s,
50s.
So they're in their 70s, 80s. No, they could. So I'm just thinking they could be at these shows I'm at.
If Greg's doing well, he's down there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I might have come across them and walked by these guys at some point. I mean, at these shows, especially like in San Francisco, if they're still around this area.
Oh yeah,
that's what's crazy is you'll see like there's a lot of celebrities that go to these things. Andy Cohen, Andy Cohen, Bravo, Andy Cohen. He's a huge Deadhead. Yeah, he was in San Francisco.
I would have never guessed back in the day that John Mayer would become one of the guitarists.
I never guessed I'd see John Mayer.
Him was "Your body is so wonderland."
Yes. I never thought that'd be the most. I'll see him 11 times.
That's wild.
I'm going to see him again in October at the Rise Festival. He's out at the Rise. Him and Goose. Goose is another band. Kind of the same vibe of the Dead.
From Goose from Top Gun.
Yeah, Goose. They were just here in Vegas, but they're gonna be out with Mayer. But yeah, same kind of thing, vibe. Kind of festivals, 2 nights, 3 nights, but yeah. So it's wild. It's like I said, it's a crazy community. It's people. They're just. Even when they're high, like everyone's just, for the most part, it's pretty nice. Everyone's chill, relaxed, and cool.
Well, no, I don't know anyone that smokes weed and like goes crazy, like in terms of like I'm gonna get angry and shit.
And it's hard because it's like you would hear these shows, like if you put one of these shows on, like I was just at, and you listen to it, like the songs, some of them go for like 13, 14 minutes. And people go, that's just so long and crazy. Yeah, I get it when you're just listening to it, but when you're there, listening,
that's different live. Yeah,
you're on substances, whatever you're on, and you're seeing the lights, feeling the music, you're dancing, everyone's just dancing. No, you can do what you want. You can stand around and just watch. You can sit, you can lay down. People are doing twirling, people are dancing
30 goddamn minutes. People are nuts.
I'm kind of there, and I'm just a movement. I'm the side to side, kind of just bouncing around movement, just feeling the music, just feeling the the alleged drugs going through your body.
Alleged drugs. I want to ask you about that. Let's take a quick break.
Go.
And then what's that? Let's let me find my button. Where's the button here?
I don't know.
Oh my god. It's fucking amateur hour here. They fucking changed it.
Uh-oh.
I hate when when things get switched up. They move it on you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap. All right, well, let me ask you this. I've never done it. I've only done mushrooms. What's acid like? Is acid the same as LSD? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is that? What is that like?
So it's for me, it's more like it's like an event, like something like that, event, music event, awesome lights, party event. It so I've done it a few times, and the first couple times I was light, very light, and I realize that now. I realize that now is light.
You stepped in it this week, then.
Yeah, it was Jerry's birthday.
Stepped in the vortex, huh?
Yeah, and
because like mushrooms, you don't hallucinate in the way that people think. Like, oh, you're going to see a dragon, or you're going to see mushrooms is not like that.
No, mushrooms you're going to get. It's like edibles, like a high dose of edibles. You take a high dose of edibles, it's very similar to mushrooms.
And
things can get psychoactive. Like your hands might look weird and move weird, but you're not gonna.
I noticed when I was like, if I'm holding like an envelope on like a lot of mushrooms, like I won't be able to feel it, and I'll just do this forever, and because I won't be able to, like I could see that I'm touching it, but I won't really be able to feel it. Like it becomes kind of tactile, but it doesn't turn into like a mongoose that eats my face.
Yeah, and so like mushrooms are same thing at a show. Perfect thing, like high dose edibles. It's nice because the lights, things look different. Things have a trail. Things like so. It's like the movements, people moving and dancing. You feel good. You're
for sure.
Acid is similar in that ways with lights moving. For me, it was like on my phone trying to text. The letters were like moving, like when like they were just like wobbly, and you're like trying to
wobbling,
get them. And I'm like chasing letters, and like that was weird. That was different. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
But what I liked the most about it was when you're sitting there feeling the music, listening to music, and you close your eyes. It's like you're in this, like, because you're getting lights that are moving. When your eyes are closed, you're seeing these things kind of going in your eye, and you're seeing these like you're in like it was like I was in a different world. It was like, I don't know, it was like you're on a ride. You're just feeling the music, you feel it. It's like I understood it a little more, like wow. And it's like when it does make you feel like you're like peeking behind the curtain a little bit, like what's going on here. Like why are these things, how is this happening? Like I'm seeing this. I'm seeing things happen, but I'm not. But am I seeing that in real life anyways? Like a lot of things, like
mushrooms is a lot like that too, literally and conceptually. Like I remember one time when I took a lot of mushrooms, like I could close my eyes and then I'd still see what was happening, and then when I opened them, the thing that I expected to be where it was. So was my brain like so accurately painting a picture of what should happen, or was I like seeing through my fucking eyelids? Like I could, in the moment, I couldn't tell the difference, right? Like it was so weird. Like it was bizarre.
Yeah, and then like you're seeing things on the screen, like the lights, and then they put like crazy kind of like it's like psychedelic, like tie-dye movements or bubbles in the crowd. So like with acid and bubbles, that's why they have bubble machines. People bring bubble machines, and it's just thousands of bubbles in the air, and the lights flickering off these bubbles, it looks like orbs flying around you. It's because you pick up on all these things, and you're just like, you'll see thousands of bubbles, because like there'll be like 5, 6, 7 people with these bubble machines just spitting off all, and the wind was really in San Francisco, and it was freezing. Like the high was 61 in the day. It was so nice. We were in hoodies.
San Francisco in the summers, it's kind of opposite. It gets colder.
This is so summertime is winter for San Francisco. So if you're going there in August, don't bring jackets, hoodies, because it's going to be about 59, 60 degrees. And that night it dropped down to like 54, 55. But what was awesome is the fog would roll in. So the fog would come over, because the park and Polo Fields is right there by the ocean. And the fog would roll over. And then you'd have the lights, and they knew this because the way they had lights in the trees and stuff around Polo Fields, like built like almost like a dome, and the lights would just go off the fog, so it felt like roof in the lights, and it was And then, like I said, so when the acid part was like, you have people that are dancing around you, and it's like they start moving as one, like it looks like one big motion thing. It's, and I was just sitting there watching, and like it's wild. It's hard to describe. I always. I'm sure people see different things.
Yeah,
it's when I close my eyes, is I saw wild things.
That's similar on mushrooms too. I had one experience where it was very geometric especially when I closed my eyes, and everything was patterns. It did one, when you start to have a bad trip, I could see like where you're like, oh, there was I could see like a serpent pattern because of the triangles and things like that. It kind of looked like that. So I could see where people would come up with like devilry, and when you're having a bad trip. But yeah, a lot of like on mushrooms, when you see spirals, they kind of twirl.
Yeah, I saw like when I closed my eyes, a lot of geometric. Yeah. And then the light's moving, so it's moving like I was just flowing through like space, but through geometric like lights. But I think it was the lights that I was seeing through the outside, like, and then with the music, and it just then you get hot. Like I had heat waves. Like all of a sudden you get a wave of just heat. Your body just temperature just rises and
fucks up your temperature gauge.
But everything also, like, it's, for me, it's not like a drug, like, oh, I'm going to go do acid today just because I want to go do acid. It's like, there's no point. Like, no. For me, it's situational. I was there at 3 shows, like, okay, I'll do it 1 show. And it goes with Billy Strings, so that was wild. And listening to Billy, listening to this guy play bluegrass was wild.
Yeah, Doe here says reminds me of LSD in the 70s. Yes, probably. I'm sure.
And then the music, it just everything. I don't know. It's an experience. Like I said, if they go next year, you have to. I don't know.
I'll have to go to one show.
I don't know if you'll make it 3.
What was that supposed to mean?
I don't know if you could make it 3.
What is that?
3 shows. It's 3. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It is. It's a lot. Like doing 3 shows like that.
I don't know if I want to, but I could.
No.
If I wanted.
Yeah. By the 3rd show, you'd be like, I'm good. Like you'll do 1 show, like going, oh, that was cool. Like, okay, I'll 1 show.
Well, that's all I'd want to do. I'll do a Sunday show with you.
You might, after the 1st show though, you might go like, there's 2 things. You're either gonna go like, I'm good, that was perfect, I'm done, or you might go like, holy shit, that was actually really fun. And then it kind of becomes addicting a little bit. And then you're like, well, God, I want to fucking go back. Even though you're like, well, fuck, it's a long day. But then once you get there and the music starts, it's like all that just goes away. That's how I knew like this is I love this. The feeling. That's why I'll drive to San Francisco for these shows. It's like, when I'm there, like out there Thursday, it's like long day tomorrow. You get there and like, okay, let's go, first show. At the second day, you're like, oh gosh, because you're tired. You're getting back to the room 11 midnight. Then you're eating food, and you're not getting to bed till 1, 2. I mean, if you don't go to after shows, you're getting home at 3, 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so it's just long days. So, and then you get up at 11, 12, get up and get ready to go to the show again. And it just wears on you. But as soon as the music starts, when that first chord hits, and you just feel that like rumble, that rush from the crowd when they know what song it is, because everyone's just guessing. Like that's the thing with them. And there's never a show that's the same. Every show is different. So when they play 3 shows in 3 days, they're going to play, I don't know, 100-something songs. You're not going to hear the same song. It's going to be all different.
How many songs would be in their catalog? Would you guess?
A few hundred. I don't know. They do a lot of covers also. But they'll play a few hundred. That's why every show is different. So like this 3 run.
I don't think I could. I'm sure during my whole life I've learned a few hundred, but at one time I don't know if I ever knew a few hundred songs.
Yeah, so this
one spot. Yeah,
I think they do like 26 songs a show or something like that. So it's like 80 to 90 songs on a 3-day run. Maybe 90. Maybe it's 30 a night. 15. And you'll never hear. And then the next show, it might be some of those songs you'll hear over. Like there's some popular ones on repeat, but then it'll be with a bunch of different songs. It'll be all different, like a whole different show again. Yeah, so it's always, they don't have like a set list that they play every week. So if you hear them this week, go to next show, it's different. You go to the next day, it's different. Yeah. It's not, like you go follow someone, they're playing their album that they're releasing. You're going to get the same exact show each show. These are different every single night.
Would you ever get a Grateful Dead tattoo?
Probably. Not like a Steely or anything like that. Something else.
Would you get the Bears as a tramp stamp walking across your back?
I got the 3 bears. Yeah. That'd be hilarious. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah. What? Okay. What on acid versus mushrooms? Is there one you prefer over the other? The only thing I don't like about mushrooms is sometimes the nausea is a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah, it can be.
And then it's just distracting, right? Like it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That's hard because I do like mushrooms because I I love edibles. I love that feeling. I love that. And that's kind of, and mushrooms give me that same kind of feeling. I mean, if they said, oh, you only can do one or the other at shows from now on, I would probably pick mushrooms. Acid was fun, but I would pick mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Dodeer says, I was a street musician in the 70s, LSD over mushrooms.
Yeah. I told you, LSD is crazy, but if I had to just choose one all the time.
I go weed top, though. Weed is my number one.
Oh, weed. That's what I'm saying. I'm walking in with weed and water. That's just a given.
It's weed and
water. And water is like, that's just what you grab. That's just like, okay, you grab the weed and water and you go, okay, what are we doing tonight? Are we going to do drugs tonight? So
yeah, see, I don't even get to the weed or drug, to be honest.
Yeah, like, are we going to do drugs? Or
like, if someone asked me, if someone said, Matt, do you do drugs? I would say rarely.
No. Like, rarely. Occasionally.
Mushrooms. Occasionally. But then it's like, but I use cannabis every day.
Yeah. Like, yeah, and like, you know, acid and stuff is something that I rarely do. Once,
I do
twice a year, maybe
twice a year, maybe three times a year. Maybe
mushrooms, I don't do as often. I might do those maybe 3 or 4 times a year, just because, you know, music venues, music shows.
Yeah.
But weed's daily. But
and when I do mushrooms, it's never. I don't go big anymore. I went big one time, and it was like, I had the biggest existential crisis where I was checking my wallet and looking at my driver's license over and over for what felt like hours. It was 20 minutes. It felt like hours, and I could not figure out who the fuck this was and what even the concept of me was. Like, everything I thought at that moment, I thought everything that came before that was a dream, and I just came into existence at that moment, and it was wild, dude. It was crazy.
I've had those moments.
That was like 7 grams. That was like,
oh, that's a lot.
I've
never done anything near that.
I was in, bro. I was like, I'm gonna do this once.
Jeez, holy shit, that's a lot.
It was a lot. It was heavy.
I when I do mushrooms,
I met the devil, bro.
I'm micro dosing. Like, I just grab a couple.
I'm good.
Pop them like at the show. So, you know, like, when I get to the show, we grab, you know, we had a setup. Like, when we go to these shows now, like, I go with JD, my buddy JD, and we have a setup. We walk in with gear. Like, we have our gear, we have our shit. We're not like these.
No, you're not.
Oh yeah, no, like, dude, no, yeah, for real. We walk in, so we got in. Yeah, he has the clear backpack, and we're walking. So we're walking in with. So I got my fanny pack that I carry with my wallet, my camera, my sunglasses, all that shit stays on my fanny pack. And then I have so we bought these chairs, these telescoping chairs that you're allowed to bring in. Mm-hmm. They telescope up and down. They look like a pancake, like a drum. And they boom, we got those. And we got our blanket. And then our water bottle. And then he has the same things. And then a backpack. In the backpack, we have our tube for our posters. We can buy posters. And in the back, because you can see it's all clear backpack, he has his like hoodie and stuff like that in there. And in the back pockets, our gummies, our gummy bears, and our candy. And then the other pocket, big old bag of mushrooms. He's got a big ass bag of mushrooms, and then like his pipe, and then a big old bag of weed, and like a whole thing of I think we probably smoke 6 joints, joints. But so that's when we go through security. They can just go through, go through and go. Yeah, because they didn't give a shit about drugs at all. They just look for weapons. And then you walk through metal detector. But then we go and we sit. We have our space. We got our chairs. We set up, post up. We have our spot. And we're sitting there. We get our food. We use our chairs as plates, and we're eating.
They got vendors too, right? Like, they got like food trucks. They got vendors that come in.
I have never been to a show where I've seen more food vendors in my life. There was, no kid. If you look at pictures of like the stadium, there's tents all around it. Those are all food vendors. There was probably 50 to 60 tents of food, everything you can think of. Egyptian barbecue. I got Indonesian. Oh no, I got Indonesian noodles. They had a place that was called Three Hot Dogs. It was literally a hot dog bun with 3 hot dogs on it. Like, they just ran out of ideas, I guess. I don't know. They just like pizzas, but it's all local vendors. So it's all local vendors from all over San Francisco. Every kind of food you can think of, everything. And then they had beer lines everywhere, like beer stations everywhere. So, and then porta potties everywhere. Like, yeah, it was set up for, like.
Isn't this country a wild place where like you can walk into a venue with just so many drugs and it's totally cool. And then you could be in another place in the country and you have a little bit of weed on you and you're going to get harassed. You're going to get arrested. Like, it's just wild. Like, we live in a wild place.
This is what I don't understand is you hear these places that go, we have, we're free here. We can do what we want. And we're walking around with guns, having to rock all these things. No, you're throwing people in jail for shit. Like, we're not free. Like, this is the opposite of free. If you're throwing a guy in jail because
you were way more free at a Dead concert than anywhere else.
No, that's free. Walking up with a cop on a motorcycle, I'm smoking a joint, and he's stopping traffic for me so I can walk across the street safely. That's fucking free.
That sounds more like it.
Now, if I would have went off and smoked, drank a beer and punched a guy in the face, then I'm going to fucking jail. But I'm not. I'm smoking a joint, walking across the street. He's stopping traffic and have a good time, guys. Like, that's free. I don't have to walk around with a gun because I don't need a fucking gun. Because I don't feel fear of anything of anyone. It's like, that's free. Like, it's crazy. Woodstock is wild. You ever hear about the other one that was when they decided to hire?
Says, y'all are too young to remember Woodstock. Yeah, I mean, those like the glory days of that shit.
Yeah. So it's like, you go to these shows, like, this is free stuff. People are doing what they want. As long as you're not hurting anyone, doing anything stupid, like, they'll let you move on. Just move on. Go on your day. Go on your way,
Yeah. Mind your own goddamn business. Don't harm no one. Work hard.
But even it's like I say, when you go to one, like if you go next year, you have to go to one. You'll have a good time. It's interesting.
I definitely want to go to one concert. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I don't think
it's just long days.
3 days like that's like I don't know if I want to see any. I don't want to see any of my favorite bands for 3 days straight. If Kendrick was playing a 3-day show, I'd be like, let me catch one.
So you got
3 days?
Yeah, so 3 days. And if they do, sometimes I'll do 2. A lot of times I'll do 2, but a lot of them are 3 when they're like San Francisco, the big ones are 3. And it's always on a Sunday. And that's the rule. Never miss a Sunday show.
That's the Lord's Day.
Never miss a Sunday show. And this last Sunday show that Sunday show was out of the 11 shows I've seen, that one's probably the best show.
Oh, cool.
That Sunday show. It was an amazing show.
Well, I always loved San Francisco. I grew up going to San Francisco often with my grandfather. He was a pretty typical Portuguese person. So like the San Francisco Bay Area is a lot of Portuguese folks and Hispanic folks there. And we were always up in San Francisco. The old Candlestick Park, the worst ballpark in the big. Terrible. It's cold, windy.
I went once. I've been there once.
Yeah. But I love San Francisco. So
I love San Francisco. It's
heart for San Francisco.
San Francisco's probably my favorite city.
Oh, that'd be a fun one. Top 5 cities, just cities, and then, the vibe.
Yeah, and then New York. I love New York. New York. I
love Boston. I know it's racist.
I haven't been there yet, so yeah. So that's the thing. I'd probably love it. Now, these aren't cities I'd like necessarily want to live in.
No,
I like New York.
Vibe.
I like the vibe. Yeah. I would live in San Francisco. 100%. I would live in San Francisco. People hate no, you just don't know San Francisco. If you think San Francisco is the wharf and all that, like, you don't know San Francisco. No. Like everywhere we were chilling, like there's so many places that are like, like I would definitely live here. I mean, I don't know. There's just something about that city. I go a lot.
It's better have my money though.
I mean, it is. Yeah, it is. It is more expensive, but also,
Noah Deer's got to go in Toronto. I've heard Toronto. Yeah, Noah Deer has many great San Francisco memories from the 70s. Toronto, number 2. I've heard Toronto. I haven't been out there. Have you been to Vancouver though? Vancouver's pretty sick.
I need to go to these places. That's the thing. It's like, I know if I find more cities like that, I would definitely like it. Like I've been to like
Dublin's fucking sick. I love Dublin.
I gotta wait a few years to leave the country now, but
yeah,
I don't know if I'll get back in. Yeah, so I gotta sit put. But
sit your ass in Vegas, my guy.
But I definitely like. Yeah, I've been to like. I haven't been anywhere exciting. I've been to other cities. Like I've been to St. Louis, and I driven all the way back there, so I stopped in a lot of cities on the way there. I've been to Florida. Yeah, Florida. I've been in Tennessee. I've been to North Carolina.
I like Nashville. Nashville was pretty cool.
I haven't been to Nashville yet.
Nashville's
I went to Miami. Miami was like, Miami was fun, but it's not my. I've been to Vegas. Vegas isn't even my top 5. I live in Vegas. It's not my top 5.
I bet Denver. I bet Denver.
Denver was fun. Like, okay, I've been to Denver. Denver might be my like floating around 5. Denver, because I want to explore it more. I've been there, and I only spent a day. I didn't get to really. We went to a show at the Red Rocks and Morrison, and it was beautiful. I just wish I had like a whole day of just.
What about Chicago? You been to Chicago? Just I've been there for a few times, but that doesn't count.
I've been to St. Louis. St. Louis was a beautiful city. It was, but. I was like,
and we're talking big cities because there's a lot of great smaller cities that I love too.
I don't know. There's just San Francisco. I love it. I mean, and then we drove. So I did a road trip. We road tripped it there, and we road tripped it back. And on the way back, we came down through 101 and parts of the 1 and stuff. So we went through Santa Cruz, got some pictures and stuff.
That's my hometown, Santa Cruz County.
We allegedly just. We did a California cruise. Like we just cruised down, hit a bunch of little Mexican joints and other things.
Did you take the 1 all the way down?
It's far, a lot of it. Back in. We went down. We went through like Pismo,
Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah, Morro. We went through Morro Bay.
Love Morro Bay. Yeah,
we went through there. Took a picture of that big ass rock.
We
drove right by the. That's why I say we just cruised. Like we stayed the night in San Luis Obispo. Then at night we were just bored. Like let's go cruise around the college. We went and looked at San Luis Obispo College. Just checking the college out. Never seen it. I've always heard about it. It's a academic school. Nothing special.
Yeah. No, it's a money school.
Yeah. But we cruised down there, and then we just cruised home down the ocean. Went through Santa Barbara.
I like Santa. The only thing I don't like about Santa Barbara is they got a natural oil leak that washes up on the beach, and so you can't even go swimming. We didn't know that. No, we were just fucked up when we.
I made that mistake also the first time.
God damn!
Same thing.
I was like, no,
found the best mess. I'm going next. So we're gonna go to Solvang. I love Solvang. I haven't been there.
Solvang's cool. That's like what is modeled after like the Netherlands or Dutch.
Is it what Dutch? Yeah, I think it's Dutch.
Something like that. Yeah.
But there's this Mexican place. I think it's called El Baja, and this Mexican restaurant, probably some of the best Mexican food I've had.
Oh wow!
I had like a breakfast burrito. It was a chorizo breakfast burrito, and it's the first time I've ever had beans and rice with it. And they make their own tortillas, homemade tortillas, corn. And then I got a taco, a chicharrón taco. It was a chicharrones in the taco with the sauce. And the homemade corn tortilla. Oh my god!
Chicharrones. That's like the fried pork
pig skin. Yeah, pig skin. It's just and with the sauce on it, it makes the pig. It's not crunchy anymore. It's just chewy, like skeeters eating big chunks of pig skin with this tortilla. Oh my gosh, the sauce! I've never had one, so I got it. I had to try this. It was. You look at it, you're like, going, oh my gosh, what am I eating? Because it's like almost when the chicharrones get like moisture back in them, they kind of get jelly-ish, kind of.
Yeah.
It was
so is it the El Baja Mexican? Let me see. Let me bring it up.
Let's see it.
Let me see if I found it. See, they switched it up, and now they're pissing me off.
If that's the place, and
there we go.
Does this
look familiar?
Let's see if this looks familiar. Oh, it might be.
Is it pulling up?
A little spot. It was a little spot. Oh, this is Norwalk. No, this is Norwalk, California.
Oh, I put in Solvang.
This was in Santa Barbara.
Oh, it was in Santa Barbara?
Yeah, put El Baja, Santa Barbara. I think it was El Baja.
Taquerias El Bajío? El Baja, Norwalk. See, that's Norwalk again.
Okay, El Baja or something. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But they had a picture. There's some pictures on the wall of some chefs.
There's El Bajío.
Maybe it might be it. But it had pictures with who's the Mexican chef on Food Network,
Aarón Sanchez.
Yes, a picture of him at that place.
That's cool.
It's a
see, this is it. Chicharrón taco, pork rinds in a spicy chili verde sauce.
Yeah, this might be the place. Yeah,
El Bajío.
El Bajío, yeah.
There you
El
go.
Bajío. This is probably it. Yeah, this place. Highly recommend if you're in the Santa Barbara area.
That's the spot.
So we're going. If we go to Solvang, I'm going through that, picking up like food, and like I'm gonna get a burrito. So this is how. So like. We'll go like in the morning. We left San Francisco. We have a spot we leave every time we leave San Francisco. Yeah, Long Beach, San Francisco. Yeah. And it's called the Devil's Bakery or whatever. And they do homemade biscuits, homemade everything. And so we go there and there's always usually a line. So we try to go during the week. And get
that's how you know it's the spot. If you're waiting for a while, that's how you know it's a spot.
Yeah. And we won't wait. We'll say, fuck that. But so we go and grab one of those. And then, we'll eat that on the drive as we're cruising and, doing other things as we're cruising down the ocean. And then we'll stop at all these food places. So we stopped at this other place that has this good Mexican sauce, like or La Victoria something, but they're famous for this sauce and they sell it. So, but you have to buy 4 bottles of it when you buy it and you don't want 4 bottles. So it's like, so we drive through, we grab a couple of bottles of that, grab a burrito, because the burritos were good. And then we're just like eating our way down the fucking coast. And then we got to Santa Barbara and then got like, I got another taco and I got that breakfast burrito the next day. And like, we just eat our way down all these spots and it's so fucking good. It is like, oh my gosh. These little tiny spots.
That's the only way I like to travel, honestly. Like when I travel, I feel like you gotta have like your little Anthony Bourdain on your shoulder. Like that little voice telling you, like, you got to go find these spots that are authentic to the place you're going to. No matter where you're going to, you got to find those spots because every spot, every location, no matter where you go, has those places, those local legends.
Yeah, they're everywhere. And that's why so we'll go, like, when we're in Santa Cruz or something, we'll cruise, we'll have a burrito. So we'll grab one of those burritos, throw it in the back, 2 hours later, like we're in Santa Cruz, we'll go hit a beach spot, park, just grab a burrito, grab a joint, and go out the beach.
Dude, what is better than a burrito and a joint on the beach?
Yeah, and then you're sitting on the ocean on the beach, then back in the car.
I love Santa Cruz.
A few hours.
Santa Cruz is one of my favorite spots. I have so many.
It was crazy busy. Yeah, it was crazy busy. Holy shit. Yeah, it was wild. I took a few pictures really quick, but I hopped out on the boardwalk off real quick, and JD illegally parked for a few seconds so I could get some shots. And
it's crazy. It can be crazy. I remember even back in the day, like when I lived in San Jose, we were probably like 40 minutes from Santa Cruz, like the boardwalk. And some days it would take a couple hours just to get over the fucking 17.
Yeah, and that's, then we went through, like I said, Morro Bay, went through all that stuff, Pismo, down, and we just kind of went through all the, it was actually beautiful because you're going through all the ag farmland.
Yeah, I love it down there.
So everything
I do like
all the farmland.
I do like Central California a lot.
We stopped at fruit stands. So we stopped at fruit stands, we went through Gilroy on the way there. So I got some garlic ice cream.
Garlic, yeah.
Some cherries, some fresh cherries. So as we're driving, we're just eating fresh fruit at these fruit stands. Like I told you, it's we go. It's like we have it down, like how we go. Like we hit fruit stands. Like I bought 4. Nectarines and peaches. That's what I snack on throughout the trip, throughout the day. And you're just at these fruit stands on the side of the road. Boom.
Yep.
And a little secret, if you have to go to the restroom, you go to the fruit stand, buy yourself a pear or something. Like a lot of times we had to have porta potties because each of those fruit stands have to have a bathroom.
Yeah.
For these workers and stuff. So if you have to go and you're out in the middle of nowhere, find a fruit stand sometime and check behind it because I have a porta potty there. But
there you go.
But we'll stop, buy some fruit, and then a couple hours later cruising, like they had avocados 10 for $1. The little ones.
Damn.
They're like small ones, but they're 10 for $1. Just all kinds of fruits and but they're you can't. This is why we stop like sometimes twice in a day at some of them, because they're picked ripe. They're picked right when they're supposed to be picked. So if you don't they're not going to sit for 2 or 3 days.
No, they'll be gone.
Yeah, you have to eat them. So yeah, that's why I only buy like I bought like 4 of them for the ride there, and then on the way home I bought a couple, but because they're not going to last long.
California is amazing, man. Like people who
it's
like when you say, "Oh, California is expensive," it's like, yeah, but
California's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Like, and there's so much here. Like, there's just so much, and there's everything. There's the beach, there's the mountains, there's the desert, there's cities, there's rural, there's everything here.
I know exactly where, when I'm, done with my time out here and stuff, I know exactly where I'm moving, and then, where I want to go back to. I want to go back there 100%.
Yeah, you're up in like the north.
Yeah, I want to
north of the bay.
And I know exactly where I'm going to go.
That's a beautiful area too, man.
And that's what that's where I want to, I still want to be able to move and do stuff. So it's not going to be when I'm like, oh, can't move around but I'm talking like where I'm like, okay, I'm not going to travel as much anymore. I'm just, I can't travel as much. Maybe it's just harder to travel, but I'll still travel that time of my life, so maybe like 20 years from now.
Yeah.
I think when I'm about 60, between 60 and 65, you're still doing shit. You're still doing stuff. But
that's a beautiful. Where is it? What city is it again?
Sebastopol.
Yeah. I always mix up all the cities up.
Yeah, like that's not. I'm not saying that's old. I'm just saying I think for me it would be a good time to like spend about 20 more years down here. About 65 years old. That way I can, where I don't want to have to, like, work, run a business, 20 years in a tattoo world. I'm hoping it lasts that long, be amazing. But then at that time, like, okay, I don't want to work anymore. Like I want to.
Then you sell your portion to someone young who wants.
Now it's like, I want to slow it down a little bit. Still do stuff, but
Yeah, I love the Napa Valley, man. I love
I love it there. It's the hippie vibe, but it's vineyards, it's farmland,
it's beautiful,
it's rolling hills,
the weather's great,
and then you're over the rolling hills 20 minutes away, all of a sudden you're at the ocean,
45 to an hour, you're in San Francisco or whatever.
You're about an hour from San Francisco, major city. You have Santa Rosa, which is right there, which has a smaller airport but still has an airport you can fly out of. So it's a smaller city. So it's like it's available, but you're in the hills. It's green. It's always like you can go, go to fruit stands. You can pick your own fruits. You can still fight, like cattle. Like you can get milk from the dairy that's right there that still has all these cows. Like it's that kind of city. Fresh fruits everywhere. Fresh seafood right there at Bodega Bay. It's literally like 25 minutes away, like 25, 30 minutes from Bodega Bay. Like that's the nice thing is like every night if I want to go see the sunset at the ocean, I can drive 20 minutes and go see the sunset at the ocean. That's that's where I want to end up. Like that's that's the spot. Then if I want to go see a show in San Francisco, it's an hour drive, get a hotel there overnight, do a show, back at home, leave at 9 in the morning, you're home at 10 a.m. Everyone's coming into the city, you're going out.
The one thing that San Francisco doesn't have a lot of is, do they have much public transit? I know the BART only goes in there.
Yeah, public transportation is good in San Francisco. They have a subway.
You
have a subway around the Muni. That's what we were. So out at the show, when you get out, so they have like a lift and stuff. Well, you have surge pricing. So at one point it was like $90 to get from the lift from our hotel. We're like going, oh hell no, I didn't pay no $90 like that. So we just sat around. We got our chairs, sat down our chairs, smoked a joint, just sat there for an hour, just bullshit and talk, walk people, because there's people everywhere. You're just talking, walking, and waited and just kept checking the prices, drops. And I got to the point where we're like, fuck, it's not dropping. Like, well, the bus is there. Like, oh, nah, we'll just wait. We got it down to like $41. So we just took it at 41, did it. Next night, we're like, well, maybe we'll just take the bus and then like drop us somewhere. So, they do have cable cars. That's in this, like in Union Station.
That's only certain areas, right? Cable cars.
Yeah. So then next day we got on the bus after a while and it was empty. We're like, well, hell yeah, we're gonna take the bus. And it's about 40-minute bus ride because it's free. It was free with the show. So the bus was free for everyone. Next stop, like 80 people walk in. I'm like, oh shit. The next stop, it was so packed full after like 3 stops. Like, oh, this sucks. Yeah. So we were supposed to get the next stop. We hit the button. Bus just drives right past that stop. Like, I ain't fucking stopping. Fuck you. So it took us like a mile off the way. We just got out the next stop. Turned out to probably be a great decision because we did a lift literally from the bus stop. It was $14. Like,
nice.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. It was so we thought we were screwed, but it was so worth it. It was like, and the lift was there 10 minutes later. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad to hear that there is some decent public transit. I think that's one thing that's embarrassing about this country. Like, I wish we had way better public transit. Like,
yeah, they have everything. The Waymos, driverless cars. You can take those. People are taking those everywhere.
Okay.
The bus system, public transportation everywhere, Lyft, taxis. Like, yeah, San Francisco is it's a pretty good public transportation city. Yeah. Vegas sucks.
Vegas sucks, right?
Here. Yeah, Vegas sucks. They need to get up to control that shit. If they had
LA kind of sucks had good, right? Like LA kind of sucks at public transit, don't they?
Yeah. Vegas sucks because of the taxi union, and taxis just have everything, but it's gonna have to change. It has to. People will stop coming because it's just a pain in the ass to get from the airport to the strip. And it's only like a mile and a half away.
That's what's
like,
crazy.
How is this?
The fact that there's no public transit from the airport to the strip is
it's ridiculous. Like, and the funding, like, you know what? Have the casino say, hey, we'll put a stop at your casino if you help. They're going to help fund that because it's going to get more people access to the strip.
Easy shuttles, yeah.
They can make it right down the middle of the Las Vegas Boulevard. 2-lane, have a shuttle that goes back and forth, 2 of them, boom, boom, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and straight to the airport. Literally just straight to the airport, and has stops along like a couple, like maybe 3 stops along the strip.
That's a no-brainer.
Front, middle, end. Or has like 4 or 5 stops along. But I mean, and they don't. It's wild, and it's like, it's a pain in the ass to get from there, and it's like $40.
Some people walk it, don't they?
Oh,
it's like miles.
It's a mile and a half to the MGM. So yeah, if you're staying at like TI Treasure Island, you're looking at like a 3-mile walk. Oh, you're gonna do that, especially in 110-degree weather. I don't know, you're gonna die. But they should have it, and it's like, and they don't because of taxis. The taxis like, hell no. That's why it was so hard for them to get Lyft to finally go to the airport. They had to fight that forever because taxis, like, you ain't taking our work. They ran it all. Yeah, taxi mob, taxi mafia.
Taxi mafia.
Yeah, it's wild.
The yellow cars.
But it has to change. Now we have like Vegas Loop, Elon Musk's company, the Boring Company, has been digging tunnels everywhere. I think there's like 4 or 5 stations they open up, like resorts.
Haven't heard a lot from Elon lately.
He's trying to save his Tesla ass.
Yeah, he's trying to save his ass now. Silly bitch.
But they have these Teslas take you underground in tunnels to like convention centers. So supposedly they're building them out to the airport. But it's something, but it's not enough. It's not nearly enough. They need to have a shuttle that takes you straight to the strip, and it would be so much easier.
That makes sense. You just hop off your airplane, you get your baggage.
People would pay for it. People would pay for it. It's $10 round trip. $5 there, $5 back on a shuttle. People would pay $10 a person.
Easy.
Because you're going to pay for a taxi cab that's only going to get you a couple people $40. 3 people, maybe $40-$45 each way. So it's going to cost you, $20 to $30, and you're trying to fight to get a taxi when you can just buy a thing for $10 round trip, $5 there, $5 back, and you just hop on a shuttle and drops you off right by your hotel. You walk right in.
Cuts down on traffic.
Yeah, and it'd be so much easier. You literally just go to the shuttle, like get off your plane, grab your bags, and the shuttles just continuously run. So every few minutes, maybe there's a shuttle and just comes like a loop.
Oh, we need to pitch this to the fucking Las Vegas city.
So, they already have it. They know it. It's like it's a big,
it's not a secret.
Whoa,
we didn't come up with this.
No, there's things they've had stuff of talks of like gondolas down the strip. Gondolas moving people down the strip.
Okay. I mean, whatever gets them there.
There's a shuttle it does a loop. It literally does a loop.
Shuttle.
And you have 10 shuttles that just constantly do loops. Every 5 to 10 minutes, there's a shuttle stop, like bing, hop on it. and you can hop on at any single one. Doesn't matter which one, because they're all going to go to the same place, and it's just one loop.
They're just looping.
That's it. Just loops. So if you want to go to the airport, you just get on it. And
they got that at fucking Disneyland. They got the thing that goes around. Whoop-a-doop-a-doop.
Yeah, you're gonna go to. You might, if you're at MGM, you're gonna probably be on it for a while.
Monorail. Hey, they got the monorail.
Yeah, it's gonna take you 40 minutes to get there, or you just walk across the street, hop on it at the Cosmo. You can still do that if you wanted to save, but it's constantly just going around.
Simple solutions is not always what we're best at,
but it doesn't make money.
Yeah,
it doesn't make money.
Thing. It's all about that bottom line, baby.
That's why
you got that green.
But,
yeah. All right, man. Well, it's been good chatting.
Yeah, it was fun. But yeah, you'll definitely have to get you to a show, a Dead show, or even the Sphere. The Sphere show. They have 3 years contracts. They have 1 more year out the Sphere out here.
I want to go to the Sphere anyway.
You should go to a Sphere. You and Lindsay should come. We'll go to a Dead show at the Sphere. She'd have fun. It's fun. The Sphere is a good, because it's not like an open air show like I went to, like an open air show. That's putting you to the Deadheads, like throwing you into the pit, like just throwing you in there. That could be overwhelming.
Start twitching.
That could be overwhelming. But a Sphere show is the perfect, just blend right in.
For a deadhead virgin like me.
Yeah, for everyone. It's like even her, she'd have a good time if you went. But it's fun. And for your first experience, there would be it's a good show. It's fun. But we'll get you to one.
I'll get to the Sphere. Sounds good. All right then.
Yeah.
All right,
we'll do it.
Catch y'all later.
All right
then.
Oh, what? We're gonna do it Tuesday. Drop it Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll do Tuesday.
All right. So the special Friday edition.
Yes, sir.